Hey, welcome back to Life and Death with Seth. Today is episode number 34. Worst week yet in quarantine. My intention for today is to help you feel a little bit better and maybe be grateful for the week that you had versus the week that we had here. Let me start by saying it was rough. It was tough. It was rough. It was nasty, it was unsafe, it was uncertain, not so fun. Why? In case you haven't noticed, we're in a pandemic. Now, by the amount of protests that are going on, which I fully support, Black Lives Matter, I also feel very uncomfortable with that because there's thousands of people getting together, and though they have masks on, why do you think that they shut down all of the sports venues, restaurants, bars, everything? Because people are spreading. So as we're going through this pandemic, I'm now more worried and more concerned than I was before. So protest if you want. I fully support you. I just am so nervous about this second wave. I hope I'm wrong. But let's see. Number 2. So protests are awesome, looting not so awesome. And looting happened in Santa Monica, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, literally West Hollywood, literally right down the street from my house, like a half a mile away from my house. I don't even know what to say about that because looting is never okay. And in Long Beach, in every city, I heard it, 50 cities had looting in the past week. Not to mention the fucking curfews. Why didn't we have curfews before? Right? Like, why do we have them now? Why didn't we have them for COVID, but now we have them for looting and protests? I just don't get it. Whew. Okay, so number 3. I hope this isn't turning into a bitch fest. Ooh, take a deep breath. Number 3. Someone at one of my clients tested positive for COVID. And that made my week a living hell. Of course I don't want people to test positive. But the way that it all happened and went down, everyone had to get tested, including myself, negative, yay. It was not fun. And this week I went to bed, I think twice or 3 times at like 9:30. I was so exhausted, working 15, 16, 17-hour days. It was rough. Obviously I wish the patient well. I just want it to be over. Number 4. Oh yeah. So I posted something and one of my friends called me out on it and said that it was inherently racist. And I was extremely offended that anyone would ever insist or insinuate that I was a racist. And granted, this person and friend was not insisting that I was racist, but that my social media post was. So I did lots of research. Granted, I changed the post, edited the post, because it is about Black Lives Matter. But did you know that the Trump administration is working on an LGBTQ plus challenge with the Supreme Court to make it okay for certain companies and organizations to decline working with people because of their gender, because of their ethnicity, because of their sexual orientation, because of their sexual gender expression. I'm terrified. And though it is Black Lives Matter right now, it's also transgender lives matter, and Jews lives matter, and LGBTQ plus lives matter, and gays lives matter. Gays lives matter. It's all about being the most unique us we can be and making sure that minorities are treated just as everyone else. But I gotta say, I was a little offended. Yeah. And the last thing that happened this week. So yesterday I was working and I think I had just had kind of like a little bit of a meltdown with one of my clients, and I had gotten it out, and all of a sudden the house shook. And I thought we were having an earthquake. So of course I run out of the room. We're not having an earthquake. An elderly woman, instead of stepping on the brake, she stepped on the gas and hit our front patio wall, which is a cement wall which is connected to all the houses around. So the whole house shook, and unfortunately my husband was literally outside when this happened. The gate flew open and could have died, and she was all, "Where's Hollywood? I'm lost." And we're like, "You just hit our fucking wall, and this is what you're asking?" Anyway, I always treat elderly people like I would my own grandmother. So I was as nice as I could be and helped her, and but what the fuck? What else can happen this week that to us? I mean, yes, it could always get worse, and he could have been injured, and thank God he wasn't. But it really made us grateful. And also just pissed. And everyone has this pent up anger, right? Like, think about the protests. Everyone wants to get out of their house. Everyone wants to stand up for something. Everyone wants to fight for minorities. We all have so many emotions going on. It's the perfect storm going on right now. So how was your week? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear if you think your week was worse than my week. And it's not a competition. I know it's not a competition. But I hope that you feel at least a little bit better that you didn't have the week that I did, or the week that we did. So there's your intention. There's your inspiration for the week. I just want to make sure that you guys are okay. And it's a shitty time, and it's a tough time, and it's a challenging time, and it's a time full of emotions, and hang in there, one day at a time, one project at a time, one wall at a time, one COVID positive test at a time. We will get through this. And I hope you're enjoying the fact that the new normal is starting. And hopefully, when all the protests and looting stops or subsides, we will be able to go out again. And my brows are terrible. I just don't want to do them. Anyway, on that note, I'm Seth Elliott Santoro, intuitive business coach, spiritual advisor, YouTube content creator, intuitive medium, self-help author, and my ebook. If you really want it before, we're having a soft launch now. I'm getting Amazon reviews. It's Smile. It's called Smile. You've got this! ! By me, Seth Elliott Santoro. If you want to check it out, but I'll tell you when the actual launch will be. That's it, everyone. I hope you have a much better week than we did. Signing off. Talk to you later. Bye.